What is up, IDP Army? It's me again, Jordan Rains at 50 Shades of Drunk, Cardi B of IDP if you are on Twitter. And we are going to break down the Week 7 IDP rankings, some notes, some news, talking through some of the leaderboards. I said I would do that on the waiver wire show earlier this week. I didn't. Go back and check out the waiver wire show. That's always a hot one. But yeah, we're watching this Thursday night game. I'm going to walk you through my rankings. I'm going to get you out of here, okay? We got a big weekend ahead. It is Week 7. This ain't no time to start sleeping.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, thank you all for being here. Do me a big favor, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. We would super appreciate it. If you're watching the live stream, feel free to leave any comments. If you are not, but you still want to leave a comment, go on down below, leave us a comment. We'll get back to you with, whatever. If you have a question, start sit. If you just need us to, tell you who to pick up on your waivers, you can go check out the show from earlier this week. If you don't know who to start, we'll try to help you guys figure that out as well. So, yeah, thanks for being here. Also, the podcast, if you want to go give us a 5-star rating and review, we would appreciate that. That would be awesome. Go down the link below, and you can see my full rankings for the week. I'm only going to break down probably my top 20 here, but those are even changing throughout the week. I had to make adjustments today. I've made adjustments yesterday. I've made a lot of adjustments to my rankings as this week's gone on because bye weeks and injury reports are coming out. So obviously what you hear tonight or today, whenever you hear this, will probably be subject to change as new information presents itself. So go check those out. The link is below. Go draft on Underdog. The link is below there as well. My man, Fantasy Football Hustler is here. What up, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me, my guy. You got any questions, feel free to drop them in. Don't throw me any 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, though, now. Let's do some nice slow pitches in here. No, I'm just teasing. But before we jump into the rankings, I'll quickly talk about the bye weeks. Whoop. All right, so your bye week teams are your Bills, your Cowboys, Jaguars, Vikings, Steelers, Chargers. Got a lot of big names in there, okay? Derwin James, Joey Bosa, TJ Watt. I mean, we're going to be missing a lot of guys this week. So I really encourage you to go back, check out the waiver wire videos from this last week and even 2 and 3 weeks ago, because some of those guys are still probably going to be available to you, okay? And it matters. This week, you're not going to get to set that perfect lineup. You gotta play with what you got. So make sure you got the right guys on your team. These are the targets I had for this week. Kazir White, a big one. Damian Wilson, Andrew Wingard, Micah Kaiser, who's already playing, or you can't pick him up for this week. Quincy Williams, if somebody dropped him coming out of the bye week or because he's on bye week, that's a big one. Tay Crowder, Juwan Bentley, who's questionable currently. Sean Chandler, Javon Holland, J.O.K., who has since been put on IR since I recorded that video earlier this week. Jermaine Carter, Damian Wilson's on here twice. How did I miss that earlier this week? And they got Kevin Minter on here, okay, guys? So those are my targets for this week, but obviously, like I said, there's been a lot of really good IDP waiver wire finds this year. Go back and check out any of those old videos, and you guys can find those. But all right, before we go into this week's rankings, I do want to talk about the leaderboard a little bit. So let's just talk with straight scoring, okay? Pardon me. Linebackers, IDP 1, 2, 3 scoring, the default scoring system on Sleeper. I'm looking at the season to date right now. Number 1 run linebacker is Roquan Smith. 2 is Bobby Wagner. 3 is Eric Kendricks. 4 is TJ Watt. 5 is Logan Wilson. 6, Denzel Perryman. 7, Cole Holcomb. 8, Harold Landry. 9, Hassan Reddick. And 10, Paris Campbell. 11, Darius Leonard. And 12, Matt Judon. You're probably saying, Jordan, a lot of pass rushing outside linebackers on that list. I heard those guys weren't good starters for IDP. I heard those guys were LB3s and flexes. Jordan, help it all make sense. I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling you to start these guys for years. And so hopefully you have. Hassan Reddick's been dope for a long-ass time. Harold Landry's been dope for a long-ass time. Yeah, they're performing as linebackers. Deal with it. The haters don't like it. The haters will say something like, oh, Sleeper, that's IDP for kids. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. So anyway, Roquan Smith coming into the year, he was, I think he was my linebacker 2 or 3. Man, he was so good last year. 385 snaps through the season, 133 points. By contrast, the number 2 linebacker, Bobby Wagner, 131 points, has played 457 snaps. So he's played a lot more snaps, has been a lot less productive. I mean, point per point wise, yeah, he's up there, but snap for snap wise, not quite what Roquan Smith is bringing to the table. 2 sacks on the season for Roquan Smith, 62 total tackles, an interception. He had the touchdown return early in the season. He's had a couple of pass deflections. Bobby Wagner, by contrast, 10 more total tackles, but again, a lot of those being assists. Score is going to be a little lower. The other guys I really wanted to bring up on the list are Logan Wilson. I brought him up over and over, but I mean, he's just having such an awesome season. It's hard for me not to bring it up because I was pounding the table all off season for Logan Wilson as a value to outproduce Isaiah Simmons, who a lot of people were saying is going to have a huge year. He's this year's Devin White. I can't tell you how many times I saw that tweet or heard that sentiment. And it was just like, yeah, I mean, maybe he could be, but the thing about Devin White was we didn't see Devin White coming. People have been wanting to see Isaiah Simmons coming for so long. They just tried to make it a thing. Isn't happening to date. Logan Wilson, here's a stat pool for you. League leader right now in interceptions is Trevon Diggs. Obviously, you probably know that with 7. Number 2 in the NFL for picks at 4, Logan Wilson. And there's nobody else with more than 3. So, I mean, the guy, I don't even think he's played 800 cumulative NFL snaps yet in his career, and he's got like 7 interceptions. He's a linebacker. Unreal numbers from Logan Wilson. Kudos on the Bengals for drafting him. I think they got him in the 3rd round. He's looking like a superstar, low key superstar. And that team is ascending offensively and defensively. Cole Holcomb doing great for you. Like I said, he's up here. Darius Leonard, it might not feel like he's been having a monster season, but 113 points, 373 snaps. That's still more than respectable. So quickly, I want to tell you the defensive line players that are the top guys. Again, you'll have the double tag players because I am on sleeper, but TJ Watt is your linebacker or DL1. Miles Garrett right behind him with 125 points. Harold Landry, Hassan Reddick, Matt Judon, Daniil Hunter, Javon Hargraves, Cam Hayward, Shaq Barrett, Nick Bosa, and Aaron Donald. That is rounding out what looks like your top 12 on the season. Shaq Barrett and Nick Bosa, both just a little under 100 points. Aaron Donald as well, 90, 92, 96, respectively for them. And up in your one spot, TJ Watt, as always, 128 points, 125. Miles Garrett in number 2. Oh, did I mention TJ Watt's played one less game than everybody else? Anyway, forget about it. It's no big deal. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the defensive back position. Number 1, Trevon Diggs, crushing it this year. 129 points, 350 defensive snaps, 7 interceptions. Yeah, it's unsustainable. Okay, whatever. Hopefully you've been playing him and cashing those checks. 2, Derwin James, 119 points, 383 snaps, 50 tackles. I mean, he's getting it done this year. He's pacing for a monster tackle season. He's also getting his impact plays. He has 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception on the season. That's not even counting his tackles for losses or pass deflections. Okay, and that's already 5. That's 1 a game. Well, like 0.9 a game because we've had 6 games, I guess, now. But you get what I'm saying. There's more out there. That's really, really, really good. Trending for a plus 20 impact play season and plus 100 tackle season. That is why he that puts him in the top tier at defensive back easily. Right behind him, Harrison Smith, who kind of had a downish year last year, felt that way. I think a lot of people felt like that, but 50 tackles for him, 49 actually. 1 sack on 400 defensive snaps, having a great season. Kevin Byard kind of showing up and showing out. He's had a couple of big picks this year, 3 interceptions on the season, actually. He's taken 1 back to the house for a touchdown, I believe, maybe 2, or he almost did the other night. Logan Ryan showing back up. He's been a top defensive back for a while. Kenny Moore, Kyle Fuller, Taylor Rapp, Anthony Brown, and then Micah Hyde. Looks like they're rounding out our top 11 or 12. I'm looking on Sleeper right now, and on your phone, the app, they have the number by the guy. So it's like 1, 2, 3. On the desktop version, there is no number. There's just the guy. So I scroll down and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Wait, what? And I have no point of reference except the top. So being slightly dyslexic, sometimes I get a little bit confused. All right, what we got here? D Brown, what's good? Yo, what's up? Welcome to the show. Like I said, hit me with any questions, comments, smash that like, smash that subscribe. LOL, the edge spot. Been big on Logan Wilson this year too. Yeah, I mean, at the price you had to pay for him, I mean, he was basically free, like a linebacker, 4 linebacker, 5. Yeah, easy. Yep, third round steal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bengals been drafting smart quietly. Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I will say I'm happy that Zach Taylor is getting some wins. You know, he's been there for a while now. I mean, they've kind of been through this rebuilding process, and they're kind of picking up steam. So let's just go ahead and say that. All right, so those are your leaderboards through the first 6 weeks. Don't have any cool graphics because just didn't have time to make them this week. Sorry. All right, so let me pull up my rankings for this week. We're going to start with defensive line. Number 1 on the week, I have Myles Garrett. 2, Nick Bosa. 3, Hassan Reddick. 4, Max Crosby. 5, Shaq Barrett. 6, Harold Landry. 7, Montez Sweat. 8, Brian Burns. 9, DeForest Buckner. 10, Matt Judon. 11, Javon Hargraves. 12, Trey Hendrickson. 13, Yannick Ngakoue. 14, Aaron Donald. 15, Chase Young. 16, Chandler Jones. 17, Von Miller. 18, Jason Pierre-Paul. 19, Robert Quinn. 20, John Franklin Myers. And 21, Quinnen Williams, Big Q-Tip himself. You know, it's a tough week for buys, obviously. So there's a few guys missing. TJ Watt, mainly. You know, you have Highsmith as well. You're going to be missing him. You're missing Cam Hayward. These are all guys you're probably starting every single week. You're missing them. We're missing AJ Epinesa. Sorry, Gregory Rousseau. You know, we're missing the Jaguars guys. So we're missing Josh Allen. So we're missing some guys. So, but you do get most of your primary, your big names this week. You get Bosa back, Big Bosa, or Little Bosa, should I say. Big Bosa's gone this week. Nick Bosa comes in at number 2, having a good season so far. I mean, I get that it's you know, it's Indiana, and I know Carson Wentz is getting a lot of love lately. He's been playing so much better and not turning the ball over. Okay, great. Like, it's come to the point where, like, just playing okay is, like, good for some guys, which is, like, super annoying. So I'm really excited for Nick Bosa to go out there and strip sack his ass a couple times, get those turnover numbers back to where they need to be, back to that mean for his career. Hassan Reddick out-snapping Brian Burns right now. And I don't want to be like outplaying him, but I mean, in the box score, he's fucking crushing. Okay. And that's not to say that Brian Burns hasn't been good, but he's not been Hassan Reddick good. And if you just rewind your timeline a year ago, there were people out there telling you that Hassan Reddick wasn't for real. He's never done this before. He's playing out of position. He's getting lucky on sacks. He's had a couple of big games. Need to see it again. That's the same bullshit they peddled. Okay, when Shaq Barrett, just a little down this list, broke out 2 years ago. I said it on the show. I've said it all year. I've said it again. I'll say it 100 times. You can't wait forever and watch the breakout happen. If you watch the breakout happen and then you have to see more confirmation of it, you miss it. You miss 2 full seasons. I mean, who wants to do that? I don't get it. Eventually you have to buy in. So Hassan Reddick, number 3. Boom. Same thing. Max Crosby, another guy people need to buy into. He's shown progression. PFF's using him as their poster boy for progression as a player, and he's moving forward and blah, blah, blah. I mean, yes and no. I mean, he's always been better than I think people realized. Now they're getting their confirmation from their authority figures that he's actually half decent. I'm really excited for number 9, DeForest Buckner this week, getting to get that revenge game against San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance, either of those quarterbacks, I like DeForest Buckner against. Okay, I think he's going to be playing with a big chip on his shoulder, and I wouldn't blame him. Wouldn't blame him at all. All right, so I had Von Miller at 17. He just went out of this game we're watching right now. Don't really have too much else to say on these defensive line players. You know, I mean, there's guys out there. Check the rankings. There's guys a little bit lower that I could see some pop from. A couple of players that aren't on here that could move up a little bit, but I kind of these rankings right here I feel pretty comfortable with. There are some I'm gonna go over here with you guys in just a minute, and I'm gonna basically tell you can throw them out the window because defensive backs this week are tough. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the linebackers and a little bit easier. Roquan, number 1. We're in. I mean, it's happening. It's real. I'm not saying he's supplanted Darius Leonard as number one in Dynasty. I don't want to have that conversation right now. We can talk about that January to August. Okay, great. Right now, Roquan Smith, numero uno. Okay, big dog kahuna. Okay, number one. Against Tampa Bay, lots of offensive plays going to be played in that game. Okay, I don't know who the starting quarterback is for the Bears, but whoever he is, he sucks. Okay, and he's probably not going to get a lot of offensive snaps. So Roquan's going to be right back out on that field. Big numbers from Roquan. Bobby Wagner, obviously, Logan Wilson, a little bit chalky here at the top, but that's what we buy into. One guy I want to bring up, I have 7. I have Quincy Williams. I guess for the guys on the podcast, I need to read this off. I'm sorry for my OG podcast listeners. All right, 1, I got Roquan Smith. 2, Darius Leonard. 3, Bobby Wagner. 4, Logan Wilson. 5, Harold Landry. 6, Foyce Olakun. 7, Quincy Williams. 8, Cole Holcomb. 9, Denzel Perryman. 10, Alex Singleton. 11, Demario Davis. 12, Jordan Brooks. 13, Jordan Hicks. 14, Hassan Reddick. 15, Devondre Campbell. 16, Deion Jones. 17, Christian Kirksey. 18, Corey Littleton. 19, Jerome Baker. 20, Bobby Okereke. And 21, Matt Judon. All right, so where was I? Oh, Quincy Williams. I'm probably a little higher than consensus on Quincy Williams. I got him all the way up here at linebacker 7. He's not a big name, but he is on the Jets. They play a ton of defensive snaps. They get New England this week. This is going to be a ball control game, and I think there's going to be plenty of tackle opportunities for Quincy. He's very proficient at that. He's been putting up some big plays. So another good thing that's going for him is he's done with the bye week. So you can lock Quincy Williams into your lineup basically the rest of the way. So yeah. And if CJ Mosley, he's hurt right now. If he wasn't hurt, he would definitely be in my top 20 here. That's a situation to monitor because I'm not sure if he's going to play this week or not. I actually need to dig into that a little bit. So other guys I want to highlight here, Alex Singleton. He's kind of just doing more of what he did last year, being uber efficient on tackles. He did not really much to write home about as far as the overall impact plays, per se. But he's 3rd in the league in overall tackles, combined tackles. He hasn't even started 2 games. They've kind of been jerking him around. But like I said, the impact plays are pretty low. Just 1 pass deflection. That's it. But again, he's a tackle monster. He's a tackle beast. If you're in a league that's muted IDP or suppressed IDP, aka a sack's worth 2 or 3 points, forced fumbles worth 3 points, maybe most interceptions worth 4. If nothing gets you can't really create a true big play, an 8 to 10 point play in your IDP league, then a guy like Alex Singleton is going to be money for you because you can basically just project out what he's going to do because he doesn't do much but tackle. And that's easy to project. Easy-ish to project. Easier to project than impact plays. Demario Davis. I love Demario Davis this week, and I love him quietly as a linebacker 1 at the end of the season. The tackles are generally there, but the thing I love about him is the behind the line scrimmage plays. He's always getting big tackle for loss numbers. He's always getting sacks. He gets in a pretty kind of screwed up Seattle Seahawks team this week. I mean, I don't care who the running back is or and we don't know who the running back is, and the quarterback, Gino. Okay. I mean, this is not a recipe for success for anybody except for the Saints defense. Demario Davis, it would not shock me one bit if he has a sack. I'm not going to, it wouldn't shock me a bit if he has a sack. He's going to have a good game. I've got him up here pretty high. I haven't shown him enough love last year, so shout out to Demario Davis. All right. Other players on this list, Jordan Hicks, lock him in. Put your Zaven Collins dreams to bed till next year. Christian Kirksey, Corey Littleton, not guys that you're really like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But you're going to get good production out of them. The resurgence of Corey Littleton is kind of quietly one of the more interesting stories of this season for IDP anyway. Last year he really hurt a lot of people. Bad, coming off back-to-back seasons as a top 10 linebacker, and I don't even think he was playable last year for a myriad of reasons. But right now, tackle numbers are super high, 9th in the league at combined tackles. Impact plays aren't necessarily what they were with the Rams, but 2 pass deflections, half a sack. I mean, it's not nothing. Not great, but not nothing, okay? So you're gonna be able to play him comfortably as a mid-tier, low-end linebacker too. So who you don't see on this list, Devin White. Okay, there's like a two-part thing going on here, okay? One is I'm hoping if I put him low enough, I think I have him at like linebacker 23 this week or 24. Um, he'll stick it to me and be like linebacker 1, okay? And I'll take one for the team, guys. So I dumped him off my list. I said, "You're buried. Get out of here." All right. You get a good cushy matchup. Go sack Justin Fields once, get a couple pressures on him, maybe force a fumble, and I'll put you back in my top 15. All right. Deal? Deal. All right. Last but not least, defensive backs. And honestly, I'm just going to show you my defensive backs and just tell you the honest to God's truth. These defensive back rankings that you're looking at are not good. So I have Von Bell at number 1, Jesse Bates at 2. I mean, like after I did that, and this was early in the week, and I came back and looked at it and researched it more. I was just like, you got to scrap all this. So if you go to the website, these are not like this. These graphics have been made for like 2 or 3 days. I just updated my rankings again, so these rankings are not accurate, but I will tell you though, a lot of these guys will stay in the top 12, top 20. I mean, Logan Ryan will stay there. Malcolm Jenkins, we get him back, having a great season right now. I have him at number 4. Kari Willis, I have up here at 3. That's way too high for him. Kenny Moore, I have at 8. I'm probably gonna bump him up a little because when I've really push comes to shove, when I look at the numbers that Kenny Moore is putting up, I mean, he has 4 tackles for loss from the cornerback position. Okay, that's ridiculous, but his overall impact plays are pretty high too. Not just the tackles for loss, but to see that from a corner, okay, to see that from a corner and know that he offers pass deflections, to know that he offers sacks, because Kenny Moore gets rushed, like he gets to rush the passer, something not every cornerback gets to do. He's already had an interception this year. I'm really bullish on Kenny Moore. Every single week. So Jordan Fuller, Taylor Rapp, Jonathan Abram. I mean, you're seeing a lot of guys that you normally see here, but I just want to say, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm not even going to read off the rest of this list. Go to the website, idparmy.com, click defensive backs. You'll see them there. Von Bell at 1. I mean, laughable. You could laugh at me if you want to. So, all right, let's get this out of my way and let's see what's in the comments over here. See if I can help y'all get your week sorted out, and we will get to rocking and rolling. Okay, what we got here? The Futurist is in here. The Futurist. What's up, my guy? Go Steelers. You already fucking know. What's up, my dude? Rugaroo. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. Futurist says, dude, Roquan is the real deal. Yeah, he is. He's about to get a big bag. Big bag. Hargrave, too. Yeah, I like Hargrave. Liked him a lot more when he was a Steeler. But, whatever. Eagles need a bone every now and then. What's up, man? Thanks for the info. IDP Army. Yeah, you already know. IDP Army. Smash the subscribe. Smash the like. Thumbs up. I'm a real YouTuber now, Mom. Smash. All right. Do you think we'll start to see more Jalen Smith? Yeah, I do. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to force him into our lineups because Devondre Campbell's playing pretty good. Jalen Smith there's mixed reviews, Some people say he's good. People say he's not. Sometimes his grades are high. Sometimes they're low. I don't know. Scooby Taylor. Scooby Dooby Doo. Would you trade away Antonio Gibson and Cooper Kupp for Aaron Jones and Marquise Brown in PPR? Absolutely not. I would trade Antonio Gibson straight across for Jones or Marquise Brown, but I would not get rid of Cooper Kupp right now. If I do get rid of Cooper Kupp, I don't want Marquise Brown and Aaron Jones. Okay, my guy Scooby, come on. All right, how do you feel about Quan coming back? Man, I'm like, I don't care. I hate to be that guy. I don't have any feelings about him. I don't like it. I don't want him on my team. I mean, it'd be a good story if he came back and like was successful. Do I want that for him? Yes, I do want that for him. Do I want to spend my time thinking about Quan Alexander for IDP fantasy football? No. No, thank you. And I know you're a New Orleans guy, so no, you have to ask, but no. I've got Bates and Bell starting in a league this week. Yeah, that's good. I mean, they're still great. They're going to be in my top 20 still. Von Bell, 5 tackles for loss, leading all defensive backs. Interesting thing about him, or a kind of upsetting thing about him, is his tackles just are not as high as I really wanted them to be. Only 38 on the season. I mean, Javon Hargrave playing defensive tackle has 31. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be a run stuffing safety, and in the box safety. You got 38 tackles, my guy. So for IDP, still a boss, but not quite as bossed up as I want him to be. What's your opinion on Jabril Peppers? This feels like chum in the water. I've had him in a couple years in my dynasty league and not sure if he's worth a roster spot anymore. I think you're trying to trigger me. I feel like this is a trap. I love Jabril Peppers. I stand for Jabril Peppers. This time last year, people said the same shit. He didn't start popping off till week 6. Finished the season as top 12 defensive back. I think he was like defensive back 30, 40, 50 through the first like 3-4 weeks of the season. Don't give up the faith. Don't give up hope. Okay? We don't trade away known commodities, known talent, young, known talent. Don't drop that, especially on Dynasty. It can haunt you for a long time, my friend. What are top 10 linebackers in Dynasty? Well, that's a great question. Jokes. And jokes, I got answers. I'm going to look. If you want to look at my actual IDP Dynasty rankings, they're on dynastynerds.com. You can go there. But I will just, full disclosure, I curate my list in the Ultimate IDP Index. It gets a little bit more attention and love from me, so it's probably a better spot to see what I'm really thinking. So right now I have Darius Leonard, Roquan Smith. I actually have Joe Schobert next in the index, and I have Devin White, Blake Martinez. Now, I will say I call them pseudo dynasty rankings because there is some level of the now bias in these. That's why Devin White is down a little bit, and so is Blake Martinez, because if they were true dynasty rankings, I would have both those guys above Schobert. But because Schobert's healthy right now and at least like producing-ish on par with what we kind of hoped, he's staying pretty high. Then I had Eric Kendricks. Got Micah Parsons pretty high. He's next. Then I have Bobby Wagner, Jalen Smith, and Fred Warner. Jalen Smith, I know he's not doing much, but he's not going to go away. He's going to be around for a while. So kind of like Blake Martinez, where people are like, oh, he sucks. Oh, he's the worst. Blah, blah, blah. It's just like, okay, he's still getting paid. He's still working. He's still in his mid-20s. All right, I'm rolling Peppers and Buddha this week, says Rugaroo. I'm with that. Buddha, I don't know. This year ain't like last year, I'll tell you that. Okay, thanks for the advice. No problem, my guy, Jericho. Dom Quan, should I drop Quandre Diggs for Malcolm Jenkins? Your thoughts? Yes, you should. Malcolm Jenkins is a boss. He's an impact play monster. He's a tackle monster. He's the leader of that defense. He wouldn't be playing football on that defense if he didn't want to win. Okay? Especially at his age. So he's not letting any plays get by him this season. He's not traditionally a guy that does that. He plays strong safety. He plays that traditional strong safety. He rushes the passer. He's kind of like, sorry, I got this new dog that's sleeping behind me. It's like snoring. Gus, knock it off. So yeah, I love Malcolm Jenkins. And again, gets the Seahawks this week. Okay, like Geno Smith in trouble. OBJ looks washed. Yeah, they tell the world something that's not fucking obvious. People just, he's been washed. I mean, it's like, I can't even contain it. He been washed years. When's the last time he did anything meaningful? Oh, he had that one game last year. Great. He had one game last year. When was the last time he had a meaningful stretch of fantasy production or even real football production? Do you remember 2017? Barely. Barely. Okay. Jonathan Cooper flashing off the edge for the Bronx. Go Broncos. Hey, would you trade Woods and Ruggs or A-Rob for Cheetah? Half PPR, thanks, dude. Okay, Woods and Ruggs or A-Rob. The answer is Woods and A-Rob, yes, because I'm a big play guy. If I can put Cheetah and Ruggs in my lineup, I'm going to do that. I'm not a Bobby Trees fan. I'm not one of these usage fetish guys. I don't care if he's got it coming. I don't want him. Give me Cheetah. Give me Ruggs. I want to feel something when I play fantasy football. Everybody's so cold, so distant behind their spreadsheets, behind their percentage points. I want to feel something. I want a 70-yard bomb that wasn't supposed to happen. That's what I want. All right, I have DJ Moore and Amari Cooper as well. Oh, hell yeah. Then I'm definitely getting rid of fucking A-Rob and Woods. I mean, my guy. Yes. I would love to add Tyreek to the mix. You won't even, here's the thing, Brad. You won't even notice that A-Rob and Woods aren't on your team anymore. You won't even notice. But I promise you will notice that Tyreek's on your team. Thank you for Logan Wilson pickup. Dude is balling. You're welcome. We love to win. Thanks, my dude. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, no problem. Y'all want to do me a solid? Go click on that Underdog link in the description. Get in on Underdog draft. We love Underdog around here. We actually have a show dedicated to it called The Underdogs. Check that out too. I think the link's in the description as well. All right. I think I've reached the end of the questions. We're at 32 minutes. Close to optimal time on YouTube. Actually, I don't even know really what optimal is. It's probably like, I guess it's probably like 6 minutes. I bet you can get most people to stick around for a full 6. So, all right. IDP Army, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you want the full rankings, go to the website, idparmy.com. Like I said, smash the like, smash the subscribe. We will be back on Sunday morning. Got a special guest coming in. We got a we got an Instagram celebrity coming on this Sunday morning. All right. He's going to make a 30-minute appearance. All right. I'll let your mind wander on who that could be, but he's going to help us answer some start-sit questions. That's going to be a good time. So make sure you are here 11 o'clock Eastern sharp. Comment below. Anything you want, honestly. I don't even care. I would love to interact with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the rankings this week. IDP Army is growing. We appreciate the support, the continued support from the community that we're growing here. Check out the Discord or the Patreon if you guys want to hop into our Discord, want to get a hold of the Ultimate IDP Index. Shit's popping off. We're growing. Things are going to be different next year. I'll still be around. The IDP Army will be intact. But again, I just want to keep reiterating to everybody that watches me and has supported me, the vision has always been bigger. All right. Some of the new people that are here, the recent support we've been getting, love it. Appreciate it. Thank you. I am an IDP person. I love IDP, but I love fantasy football. Okay. All of it. I am a sucker for an underdog. Maybe that's why when I found IDP and realized that it was kind of a neglected little puppy, nobody was really loving it the way it needed to be and raising it up to be a big, strong German Shepherd, be a meaningful part of the fantasy football community and conversation. I said, you know what? I like puppies. I like underdogs. Let's do it. So match made in heaven? I don't know. You tell me. But the vision's bigger. We got more big things coming. I'll quit teasing you about that. I love you guys. I'll see you Sunday.
Can feel it, thunder in paradise. Can feel it, thunder in paradise. Can feel it, thunder in paradise. Can feel it.
Let the rain hit the sand. Build a house on a rock, got a plan. Gotta get stocks, keep them bands. Hear the clock tick, blades on the fan. Used to be mundane on a Monday. Now you have fun day on a Sunday. Cause you switching it up and you living it up. You ain't getting it